All right, we're back.
All right, here
Thanks
we
for
go.
coming back.
Yeah, thanks for having
Welcome.
me.
Yeah, Michael is back with us, and we are going to talk a little bit more about like health, biblical eating, and just the spiritual aspect of it all as well. So I'm excited to get into that. So thanks for coming back.
Yeah,
It's going to be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I guess I've, as you know, I have gotten a little bit more excited and interested in the topics of like health and just like treating your body how Christ would want you to treat it, like a temple. And that just reminds me of like First Corinthians, where it says to honor your body, honor your God with your body. And there's so many different Bible verses that discuss this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like eating, rest, stress, or what did we say?
Worry.
Worry.
Yeah.
That's because it says worry a lot.
Cast your cares upon.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's a good one because I feel like that's a reminder we all need all the time.
Yeah.
But since you have some education in the field, do you want to talk about that? How did you become, like what happened in your life for you to kind of seek this whole nutrition and health?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's weird, like where I'm at now. I'm like, I never thought I'd be, ever be a health coach or even anything to do with health or, I mean, even any education really. And I'm just like, because first of all, I did horrible in school, and then even, like I could not focus, and I'm like, why could I not focus? I mean, I guess even, I guess we'll kind of touch a little bit on school, but even like with school, I was just like, man, I'm like, and actually, I don't know if I shared last time, but did you know I was I dropped out of school actually for a month.
For a month.
For a month, yep.
I don't know if you did share that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Right, I know. Yeah, I don't know if I shared that or not. I can never know who I shared that with. But yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I'm not ashamed. I know that everything happened in my life, or everything happens for a reason, and it's only to grow us. Like we can either stay stuck there, or we can choose our struggles and our mistakes and just be able to learn from them. And I feel like that's something that's like very true for me even now and whatnot. And so, but I never always thought that way. So even like, even, growing up and whatnot,
You
I don't
weren't
know.
super healthy and working out all the time.
No, not really. I was a wrestler, so I did.
A little bit.
I was
you
a
were
little
cutting
bit.
weight all the time.
I was cutting weight. Yeah, unhealthily.
Yeah. Gosh, that gets me. My son wrestles, so I know all about it. And I'm like, no, let's just wrestle him at what he's at, okay?
Right.
Like, stop this.
I know. Yeah. Fortunately, for a couple years, I was like able to wrestle at whatever weight class because I was able to, stay where I was.
Yeah.
But then there was my senior year was my worst year, not to
you
get off
wrestled that long?
topic, but yeah,
Wow.
but
Okay.
but my senior year, I like moved to Archbold and whatnot. That was my first year there for wrestling. That was the hardest year I've ever had experienced because I did a wrestle off, and then in short, I basically had to drop even more weight pretty much, and I had nothing to lose. And yeah, I definitely, I couldn't eat. I couldn't even drink anything. So
Till weigh-in.
to
and
weigh
then you're
in.
like,
and then, but then you just feel like,
crap.
crap.
You do
just
not
like,
feel good.
you're just like, oh, like, shouldn't have eaten so much, or regretting it. But
it's like when you're fasting now, like as an adult, you ease back into it. You don't just go and eat a huge steak,
Yeah.
You have to, some bone broth or something light, yogurt, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something light.
A
brat diet of sorts for a few hours.
Yeah. Get your body, everything moving again and used to eating food and what it's like.
What is this in here?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So at some point you weren't living that life.
So no. So and as I think I shared before, like I wasn't as far as spiritually and just even like a relationship with God, like it wasn't there as I was younger. But really, and I didn't really start thinking about like eating better. Like, I experienced all of my stomach aches and just gut issues and whatnot. And, but it wasn't until like I gave my life to the Lord and I just ended up, um, well, that's just it. Like when I gave my life to the
Hmm.
Lord, it was like that's when I started actually to care about like myself
Hmm.
because being somebody, before Christ, having to deal with like depression, just like, woe is me kind of mindset. Like my
Hmm.
mindset was literally if if I wasn't happy, then I was like depressed. And it's just like, man, that was a low place to be. And man, yeah, I mean there'd be some pretty dark days, where it was just like, man, it's gloomy, it's dark, and it's just like a life without Christ. That's what a life without Christ is.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, I can't imagine my life now without Christ. Like that's hard.
Mm.
Like no matter what people will try to say or do to try to, convince me. Haven't anybody tried too hard yet, but of like, man, like this is why you shouldn't believe in God. But I'm like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
There's no turning back. I'm not, even if I
Hmm.
do look back at my life, it's like I don't want that at all.
Don't do that. You'll turn into a pillar of salt.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. So um so yeah, so I would say like I mean as we're, looking to even talk about health or even as I'm doing my health coaching, like man, I'm like I want to implement God and even whether if people are believers or not, I'm like God created our bodies so beautifully and just
Mm.
intricately and
Hmm.
just like how everything works together
Yeah.
like to help us to function
Hmm.
um and even as I am diving a little bit deeper at a cellular level
Hmm.
of what that looks like, and there's so much to learn. Like
Hmm.
I'm just starting to scratch the surface on the cellular level stuff, but it's been very interesting. Like the more you learn about the science of how the body works and just all these different things, it's like,
Yeah.
man, like God is such like a master of art. Like I'm
Right.
like, holy cow! Like
Yeah.
I don't know, you're just more in awe, and maybe I'm just
Oh, yeah.
a little nerdy about it, but
No, I mean, if you really, yeah, if you
yeah,
really look at it.
yeah,
Do you ever find, because I say this a lot, do you ever find that like the more you're learning, the more you realize you don't know? It's like, man,
yeah,
there's so much I didn't know. Like,
yeah,
just think of how much more, like, and you're learning it. And then there's always something more to learn. It's just,
yeah, yeah. I feel like
it's
my
like,
mind's always going.
it's like I'm
Like
smarter, but I'm also dumb. I don't know.
right. It's like, oh, I know all
I,
this stuff, but
I
then
know
but
nothing.
then you
Yeah.
forget it easily too.
Yeah.
Like I feel like,
Hey, I do.
if
I
if
do.
you if you don't put the practice into it of like
Mm,
continuing to learn
yeah.
those
Hmm.
things, it's like that you're just like, oh,
Autopilot and
what
don't,
was it?
yeah.
Like what was it I learned? And yeah, so I
Hmm.
mean, like even with my health coaching, like I mean that's pretty much the gist of it of what I do is just like, hey, let's just take a few small things because I don't think our brains can really comprehend on like, hey, you know what? We're gonna dive full straight into our health, and just like, you know, make all of these major changes and like
Oh, yeah,
you
all at
know,
once.
yeah, or
Yeah,
even like a
got that.
quarterback. It's like a quarterback doesn't always just try to throw a Hail Mary. He goes at he tries to get that first down first. It's
Hmm.
like a little at a time, and then let's go for the next one. Let's go for the next one, and it's like, um, yeah. So I think that like, man, and even like to say like I don't feel like we even need to like sometimes I feel like I need to know everything and I need to like in order like even being here today, I'm like, I typed up all my notes, I sent them to you, whatever. And but I'm just like, oh, I got to be prepared. I got to make sure I know everything. But I'm like, you know what? I'm like, man, I'm so glad and I think I even shared a post on Facebook on my personal page. Just like I'm so glad that we don't have to have it all together.
Hmm.
And it's just like when we can just sit back and just like, all right, God, like, and trust in God and just say, God, like, what do you have for me today? Like, what is it that you want me, like, even being here, it's
Hmm.
like, God, what do you want us to share with, with people,
Hmm.
to share with others, to encourage them?
Mhm.
And because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, if we just come to one thing, it's like loving God and loving others is our mission in this world. Like
Mhm.
if we just sum it into that, and it's not about getting what we want, but it's all about like, hey, how can we help somebody else? Encourage them. How can we help strengthen them in their faith? And how can we just build one another up, as the Bible
Mhm.
talks about? And so that's at the end of the day, that's what this life's all about. But
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then you have this world that's like just, you know,
Throwing everything at you,
that
trying
thinks
to.
we have to have like, you know, five master or doctorate degrees or like all of this information, but it's like, man, all of our answers are all right
Oh
here.
yeah,
So yeah,
the
yeah,
manual of life.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that's, I
So
mean, that goes from like, you know, what we eat and like we said at the beginning, like all that kind of
yeah.
stuff. Work, rest, eating, even exercise. I mean, they
Hmm.
live differently
Yeah.
there, then,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and there,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah. They're here,
Um,
everywhere.
and so
Yeah.
I just feel like there was a lot more labor involved
Yeah.
than how we live
Hmm.
today.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it sounds like that it all stemmed from your belief in Christ coming into play in your life.
Hmm.
And then that changed your mindset, changed the way you wanted to live your life and treat your body. And
Yeah.
yeah, God has a funny way of doing that to you, doesn't
Yeah.
he? It's like once you're set on Him, it's like, okay, now what do I need to do? It's like conviction after conviction, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
We continue to learn and we
mhm.
continue to grow.
Yeah.
The nice thing too is that actually, you know what, let's just dive there real quick. If that's okay. Are you all right with that? Is that all
Yeah,
right?
you can
So
dive.
yeah. So let's dive in
The
the
deep
word a little
end.
bit. Right, yeah. So I just like how, I mean, you know, the love chapter as I shared, you know, I just love
You
the
love
love
to love.
chapter, you know. um but one thing that I kind of like always skimmed past was like later on is where it started talking, like I'll just read it and just like show you like why, like maybe some people might be like you know, or whatever, but basically I'll just read 1 Corinthians 13 um verse 8 and until 10. So it says prophecy and speaking in unknown languages and special knowledge will become useless. Like, I mean, that's crazy in itself. But love will last forever. Now our knowledge is partial and incomplete, and even the gift of prophecy reveals only part of the whole picture. But when full understanding comes, these partial things will become useless. I mean, even reading that now, like I'm like, oh wow. Like, but when full understanding comes, like when we gain a full knowledge about something, we're just like, man, like these partial things will become useless. Like all the little things that we've learned, it's just like, I don't know, like so basically it's just like all throughout our life, we have our lifespan, right? And it's like as we're little, we learn about all these little things. And then as we get older, it's like we're like, oh, we're curious about this and we want to know more. We want to know more. We continue to, and then when we're at the end of our life, it's like we look back at our life. I'm sure I mean, even from where we're at now, we're like, we look back at our life and we're like, huh, like how did I get where I'm at now? And but you look back and you see your full story, you know,
Hmm.
you know, have your examine your own personal life,
Yeah.
and you look back and you're just like, man, I went through this struggle, I went through that struggle, and you're just like, man, what if I would have given up? Like
Mm.
I'm about to get a little bit emotional, but just like, man, it's by the grace of God that I was able to get through the things that I've gotten through. And it's like, man, but it's crazy. It's just like, but we do learn little things and we start to grow. And if we have that mindset, and if, you know, even with me being a parent now, it's like, I want to teach my kids that, hey, like, pretty much like having the right mindset of this life. It's like, man, if I can equip them with that at a young
Hmm.
age and they can, you know, hopefully mold into more of like, hey, like I'm going to continue to learn and grow in my faith. I mean, even personally, and growing about foods. You know, my daughter's a picky eater, you know, or selective eater, as I like to say. It's like, man, like all these things that are like that we just know. It's like we start to gain more knowledge about it, and like as far as health concerns, I guess it's like, you know, trying something new or whatever, and it's just like, or learning about some new food, I guess, or whatever. That's probably not really new. It's probably been here for
New to
since the
you.
beginning of time, you
Yeah.
know, because God created all the plants and all the fruit bearing trees, as you know, Genesis talks about. I sometimes get intimidated by like people who are like have all of this knowledge and everything, and just like
Mm.
they just like, I'm like, holy cow, like they really know this stuff. Like, um, but I think most importantly for me is like, man, I feel like there's just way too much stuff out there, first of all, and it's just like hard to um like, I'm like, okay, like let's pause for a moment, and like let's, obviously it's good to like educate yourself and listen to some things about health and everything, but it's like, how can we apply this like first of all at a personal level for us, and also like what does the Bible talk about with like,
Hmm.
you know, like you said, with stress, or with like movement, getting movement in, or like if we work a desk job, it's like, hey, we should probably get a little bit more movement in our day and whatnot. um but even just like, I mean, even eating foods, it's like, okay, it's like trying not to focus to eat too much on like all this highly processed foods, or you know, the type of oils that a lot of restaurants use, like canola oil and
Hmm.
whatnot. And it's just like, you know, what are foods that's going to benefit our bodies and be able to like give the nutrients that our body needs to be able to function, and to be able to help support our body and God's natural design
Hmm.
of its way to be able to heal itself, you know,
Yeah.
kind of like I might have mentioned before, but when we get a cut, we scrape our skin, and like the body knows to heal itself, you
Hmm.
know, it scabs over, does its thing, and it's just like, whoa, like, okay. And the same thing happens with inside of us too.
Hmm.
And and it's just like, man, but we need to give our bodies what it needs to be able to help the healing process.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, like I'm a real big believer in that God has
mhm.
given us everything we need on the land.
Yeah,
And that includes the trees and fruits, bushes,
yeah,
root vegetables, and
hmm,
yeah, just all those kinds of things. Herbs, of course, I
yeah,
talk about those a lot and I
uh-huh,
use them a lot.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And I grow them a lot. So, yeah, I think it's, yeah, just biblical eating, right?
hmm, yeah,
That's, I mean, what our bodies need.
yeah,
And sometimes we think we're craving sugar, but it's actually something else we need.
yeah, right,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
but
definitely,
at least I
definitely,
could just say that for me because I like sugar.
right. No, yeah, yeah,
But the less I eat it, the more I don't want it,
hmm, yeah.
So, I don't
I
know.
I can definitely relate to that, because
Yeah.
I would say like, I mean, even nowadays, like I still crave, like every now and then I'm like, I want some chocolate. Like chocolate's my
Mm,
thing now, but
okay. Yeah.
um
Sorry. I lied earlier because
oh yeah.
it's hard. Chocolate is something I still can't give up.
You can't give up. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
No.
I could if I,
But like for me
but
it's
no, I don't want to.
but for me it is dark chocolate, because there's less sugar in
Yeah.
it, first of all. And then it's just full of
Slightly.
antioxidants
Right.
too. So
Mm-hmm.
so it's a lot better for you and
Yeah.
whatnot. So
Yeah.
especially the darker it is and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
But
The
I think,
bitter chocolate,
yeah,
not
yeah,
the
yeah.
sweet chocolate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because um but yeah, so I
Well,
used to, but I it's so crazy because even looking back, so going back to when yeah, just out of high school, like I think it was right before, actually it's kind of funny, but right before I um gave my life to the Lord, you know, I mean, I was going to the gym, I was working out and everything, but even like I remember seeing a picture of me um where I'm just like, oh man, like my face looked a little puffy. So, and I'm like, and I mean, I was still thin. I mean, I was the same, maybe a little bit bigger because I was working out every day and I was younger too. But anyways, but I'm like, but I've noticed, like, I saw a picture and I'm like, oh, my face was a little bit puffy, like around here. Like I couldn't see my jawline. Like,
Mm.
and then now I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I can see my jawline. It's a little more defined or whatever. But I'm just like, that's interesting. But then I was like, I mean, I was eating Subway probably a lot. I was eating McDonald's. I was going out to eat a
Just
lot. I mean,
wherever, yeah.
just eating whatever I wanted. I wasn't really conscious about what I was giving my body and
Yeah.
whatnot. Um, and it wasn't until, like, so once I gave my life to Christ, I started to, I'm like, got stomach aches, and I'm just like, okay, I need to do something.
Hmm.
There's got to be something different I got to do.
Hmm.
And I grew up in a house where, I mean, it was like pretty much my mom gave me whatever I wanted. And so, I mean, I was eating like homemade tortillas, which were good, with some deep fried potatoes, probably. And like, I remember her having like some Crisco, pulling that out and or like
Yeah.
some, who knows what oils she used, but I know they weren't good. It was probably the cheap stuff because there was a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah.
And, but it was just like, man, I think the only fruit I remember eating growing up was maybe an apple in our backyard. With that, I don't even, who knows, whatever. But yeah, so that I think that was the only fruit that I remember eating growing up. And then also, like, vegetables was basically your white russet potatoes or whatever, which always upsetted my stomach, although I enjoyed eating it. But I always just like got bloated. I was just like, oh, I just felt not good for probably a good hour or two, and then it settled finally. But anyways, so but once I gave my life to Christ, and I'm just like, okay, I've got a new mind, I'm putting on the mind of Christ, and I'm like, okay, I got to take care of myself, and I'm like, I'm going to start to do something. And
Hmm.
it just started simply with like, okay, I'm going to start implementing more fruits and vegetables. And I still ate, like, probably still ate some canola oil or whatever my mom had, vegetable oil.
Yeah. Just
Um,
taking small
but
steps.
yeah, but I took those small steps and I did notice a little bit of a difference, but then I noticed when we did eat those, and I'm just like, and then I discovered, like, oh, there's olive oil. Let's cook with this. And then, like, just slowly started doing different things and learning a little bit more about health
Hmm.
slowly. And I mean, it probably wasn't until about, um, let's see, I met my wife in 2014. When we were just talking. And so, like, it was then, and then I met her mom eventually shortly after that, where she was more into health and everything. And so, and then basically I was like, okay, like, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. And then just like trying all these different things. And it truly became like I was taking all these small steps to be able to say, hey, what's making my stomach feel better and whatnot. Started taking probiotics, started to eat fermented foods, um, started to um, really just like portioning my plate to where, and even eating to where I was about like three-quarters full, where I'm like, I could eat some more, and it tastes really good, but I'm like, I'm going to stop there and just wait a moment. And I would feel good just eating that much. And yeah, so basically, and then, now I'm like, man, but looking at that photo, going back to that photo, um, I was just like, man, I'm like, that was probably inflammation.
Hmm.
My face was a little puffy, although, like, I was literally like, I mean, there was no, like, my stomach, I didn't gain any weight as far as that goes. It was just like all muscle. I was not to I hate talking
You're
about myself,
athletic.
but I was athletic. And
Hmm.
so, like, so but it's like, um but it's like, yeah, I'm like, it's just wild to me thinking back. I'm like, man, my face was inflamed. My body was inflamed, I'm
Now
sure.
you
And
know it.
so
Now
now
you
I
know, but
now I
you didn't
know.
know
No,
then.
I didn't
You're
know
just
then.
like doing your own thing, living for
Yep.
you and not for Christ.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Well,
anywho,
that's good.
yeah,
So we have a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
well, we wrote some stuff down up here
Right.
where
Yeah.
the viewers cannot see it. But
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
um
Yeah.
yeah, so that's kind of cool how like Christ kind of centered your mindset to be more more on that path instead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think the spiritual aspect is huge, because if you don't have that, you don't think about honoring God with your body.
Yeah.
You don't think about doing all these things, and essentially you're your own God.
Right.
Is what it seems like to me, like
Yeah.
walking out.
Yep.
You know, and then, or just thinking about how selfish we are as humans, you know, especially in our younger years. I think that's pretty typical.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you shared on that. And then maybe, but if you have anything else to throw in here, you go right ahead. But next time we meet, if you want to come back on, we can talk a little bit more about each one of those things, you know, like managing stress or different things with stress, or how it impacts your health, and you know, different foods, different herbs, different things like that, because you know there's a lot of stuff you know I could throw out there when it comes to herbs.
Right.
So
Yeah. You're probably more qualified on the herb side of things than I am, but I'm still learning some things, but yeah.
Well, we'll learn from each other.
Yeah, definitely. That's what it's all about. Like
Yep.
that's what life's all about, just learning,
Yep.
having good conversations.
Yeah.
Good meaningful ones. So
all right.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess we can we'll wrap this one up then. But do you is there something else that you wanted to add with that? I don't know if there was.
I don't think so. I think I'm feeling pretty good about that. So yeah.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then okay. We'll plan for it another time, and then I'll pray.
Okay.
Is you okay with me praying?
That's up to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Did you pray last time you were here? Or was it me?
I did not. You did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you're not comfortable with it.
No, I'm all right with it.
You want to try it?
Like, that's totally fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I can do that. So let's go ahead and pray.
All right. Sounds good.
Well, Lord, we just thank you for today. We thank you for a beautiful day that it is. Lord, we just want to glorify and honor you, Lord, with our bodies and our lives, and just to be able to reflect you. Help us to just love you more and to love others more, and Lord, and just even to care for our bodies in the midst of that, so we can serve other people well. And so I just pray for the viewers, that any of them who are watching, God, that you would that you would have spoken something to them, that you would even bring conviction to them on whatever it may be, whether it's with health or with food or stress, or whatever it may be that they're maybe going through. God, I just pray that that this would even just be just a small, simple step, that they would be able to say, you know what, I can apply that to my life. I can try this. And I just pray that they would find encouragement in that. And so, Lord, we just thank you for your word. We thank you for your spirit that leads us and guides us ultimately. And we just pray that you bless the rest of this evening. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
I still got like a tickle in my throat. I'm fighting it. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thanks. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.